What's up, guys? We have middleweight rankings here. So we had a big fight, a middleweight main event between Robert Whittaker and Reinier de Ridder. They went to a close split decision. The Ridder gets the win, so he gets the bump in the rankings here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to play matchmaker. We're going to assign fights to all the fighters here in the top 15, right? Obviously a lot of them are they have fights already, so we're going to see what we can do here. So let's take a look at the rankings and then we get into matching these guys up. So our champion is Dricus du Plessis. Our number one contender in the rankings at least is Nassourdine Imavov, followed by Strickland, former contender, Khamzat Chimaev. Then we have Israel Adesanya. The reader moves 8 spots in the rankings, so that's a big mover. Then we have Caio Borralho. Whittaker drops 2 spots. Cannonier, Dolidze, Fluffy Hernandez, Brendan Allen, and Paulo Costa all drop 1 spot. Marvin Vettori drops 2 spots, and we have Abus Magomedov on 14 and Roman Kopilov on 15 to close out the rankings. So obviously, Dricus or champion, he has a fight scheduled against Khamzat Chimaev. So those two are already occupied. Then we have that Nassourdine Imavov is going to headline in France against Caio Borralho. So we have those two with a fight. And I would expect the winner of that fight to get a title shot. So we're not going to schedule anyone for a title fight right now because I feel like the winner from Imavo versus Caio is going to get it. So what do we do with our big mover here with the Reader? And I feel like what we should do here is give him the winner of Fluffy versus Dolidze. So Fluffy versus Dolidze, they are tied up. They have a fight schedule. And I feel like the winner of that can fight the winner of the Reader. And we have like kind of like we have a mini like grappling tournament right now. Obviously, Chimaev is scheduled to fight for the title, but we have like Fluffy versus Dolidze and the winner of that versus the Reader uh will give us like one of the best grapplers in the division. What's next for Robert Whittaker after his loss against the Reader? I think it's time to make Whittaker versus Strickland right now. Not that it is a fight that I'm crazy about, and I feel like it's very losable for this version of Robert Whittaker. But Strickland also didn't look his best on that Dricus du Plessis rematch. And both guys have limitations. Both guys like up there in age, and both guys like outside title contention right now. So if the winner wants to get like another big fight to get in position, like I think they can start like fighting each other, right? So maybe this one is one of the hottest stakes, but I feel like Israel Adesanya should take on Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen, I felt he looked very solid in his fight against Marvin Vettori. And other than that loss to Imavov, who is like maybe next for the title, like he has looked very solid. And even in that fight, like he won a dominant first round. He started like kind of look kind of bad after that, but yeah, I think like Brendan Allen deserves that. Not really interested in seeing Whittaker rematching Easy. Maybe some guys want to see Costa against Easy, but Costa has been so inactive, hasn't been winning. So the next like weird fight that I would say is that Costa, despite winning against Kopilov, I think he needs to like show some consistency here, and I think he should fight Abus Magomedov right now, just to just to show us that he's still like there in the mix. I thought Costa looked very good against Kopilov, to be honest. And I know that Costa is kind of a name, but yeah, maybe make this like a main event in a car or something. I know a lot of people are not very big on Abus, especially after he lost that fight to Sean Strickland, but he has looked a lot better lately, and he's a very solid fighter. And I think like Costa, like he needs to like defend his spot right now. All the other fighters, I feel like they're like tied up with fights. I actually wanted to make Costa versus Cannonier, but then I remembered that Cannonier is fighting MVP for whatever reason, so he's tied up at the moment, and I don't think like uh, I don't want to see a Costa versus Strickland rematch. Uh, Maybe some people are interested in the Adesanya rematch, but does Easy deserve that, even though he's losing right now? I actually don't know. And then we have a spot for Kopilov right here, who is coming off a loss against Costa, and now he's ranked number 15. He should defend his position. Um, Even though I don't think like it's maybe like he doesn't have the merits, but you know the UFC is crazy about glazing this guy. So, and it would be a striker versus striker fight. So yeah, I mean, if the UFC really wants to push Bullet, I think it's time to make Kopilov versus Bullet. He gets to face a fellow Russian striker, and Kopilov is, I feel like it's the kind of guy that can get a very good fight out of Magomedov here. Magomedov, I've been saying like I feel like he's kind of overrated as an action fighter. He usually has like good moments in fights, but he needs someone to like fight his fight to make it like actually interesting. But I feel like Kopilov is that kind of guy. Kopilov is like a quick southpaw. Is someone that it will be able to kick with Charabullet to some degree, but at the same time he will have like the boxing edge here, which is like very cool. Also, Kopilov kind of a guy that falls apart when he gets pressure back, but Charabullets likes to move on the outside, so I feel like that would be that would make for a compelling fight. You go back and you see like Charabullet against Petrosian. That was a very cool fight because Petrosian was like engaging him in kickboxing range, but he was trying to push Bullet back to get an advantage, and then Bullet got that fantastic finish in a fight that I did not think he was winning to that point. But yeah, I mean, I think Kopilov versus Bullet is like the right move here. And then I would say that the loser of Fluffy versus Dolidze, they should obviously be in position to defend the ranking. Um, and to me, I would say like the loser of that should fight either the winner of Ikram Aliskerov versus the Iron Turtle that is a coming up fight, or if you want to like avoid a rematch in the case of like being like Fluffy versus Iron Turtle or something, you can give the fight to Malkoon, who has been flying under the radar. I mean, where's my boy Malkoon, man? We want to see more Malkoon singles, right? But yeah, I mean, I feel like those are the fights to make. I feel like you guys might have some contention, especially with the Costa versus Abus, but I feel like Costa uh he has been inactive, he has been losing. Uh he he, he got back on track for sure. And I really wanted that fight against Cannonier, but for whatever reason they matched Cannonier versus MVP. Maybe they can make like Costa versus Cannonier if Cannonier wins or loses without much damage in that one. But I'm very excited about what's next for the division because like Chimaev versus Dricus is obviously very compelling, and the winner of that versus the winner of Imavov versus Caio is also very interesting. And we have some new guys coming up to change the guard, right? Stop with the older like Strickland dominated top five. So like let's put together Whittaker and Strickland, get the loser of that should fight like lower down the rankings here. Adesanya should give the shot to Arnold Allen here. Vettori also needs to defend position here against Gregory Rodriguez, who is coming from that big knockout over former ranked fighter Jack Hermanson. So I feel like this makes sense. What do you guys think about this matchmaking? Like, what would you change? What fights do you want to see make? What fights do you like from my suggestions? Let me know in the comments. Let's get some discussion going. And I just wanted to make a video. I think I'll be making these videos about the rankings when there are like big movements. So maybe next week after the Tyra versus Peace of Mind Park fight, we can do another one of these for flyweight. Let me know if you guys are interested in more content like this. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.